Everyone, welcome once again to Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, brought to you by Liquid Creative. I'm your host, TJ Werre. Liquid Creative brands companies from the inside out, logos to websites, TV spots to billboards. Liquid Creative gets your company notice, liquid-creative.com, liquid-creative.com. I'm your host, TJ Werre. This is the regular season finale and the season finale for Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Liquid Creative for the 2022 high school football season in Mississippi. If this is your first time joining us, we're trying to show you as many touchdowns, big plays, and big moments from the best live streaming football games across the state of Mississippi. And we've got a lot of really good live streaming football games across the state of Mississippi tonight, because there's a lot going on in Class 6A tonight as we decide the end of the regular season and what the postseason is going to look like. Not all the seeds are figured out just yet, but they're going to be figured out by the end of tonight, and you're going to see it right here on this show. So let's take a look at some of the games we're going to be showing you this evening. We'll start in 6A Region 1, South Panola and Center Hill. There's some drama there in 6A Region 1. Center Hill needing to win to get in. If they don't, they're out, and it'll leave the door open for Lewisburg or Olive Branch to capture one of the final two spots up for grabs in 1-6A. South Panola, meanwhile, has clinched a 2 seed. They'll host a 3 seed out of Region 2 in the first round. And we can't forget about Lewisburg and DeSoto Central. Made a last-minute audible because Tupelo and Germantown played so fast. Tupelo won 40-3, so we're going to get Lewisburg and DC in there. They're playing for a playoff spot tonight in 6A Region 1. In 6A Region 2 is Madison Central and Oxford. The defending state champion Madison Central Jaguars are visiting Oxford. If MC wins, they're going to be the 3 seed out of 6A Region 2. If they lose, they'll be the 4 seed. Oxford, meanwhile, is in a 3-way tie for 4th right now with Germantown and Starkville. That was going into tonight. Oxford must win to have a chance of making the field in the playoffs. How about Grenada and Starkville? Starkville's fate isn't as certain. The Yellow Jackets are at Grenada. If Starkville wins, they will miss out if Oxford beats Madison Central. So we already have the Tupelo and Germantown game. Let's go to 6A Region 3. Eat Dirt Rankin County Super Bowl. Brandon, 6A Region 3. The path to the top seed clear for Brandon. They need a win tonight against Pearl. If they lose, they could finish as either the 2 or the 3 seed. They're in a 3-way tie for first with Oak Grove and Warren Central. Then you have Oak Grove at Northwest Rankin, and Oak Grove is having a good night tonight. They're up 35-10 at halftime. We'll talk about scores in a minute. The Warriors need Brandon and Warren Central to lose to claim the region title. If they both win, Oak Grove will finish as a 2 seed, and they're going to get a first-round home game in the playoffs. Northwest Rankin can finish no higher than a 3. Warren Central is hosting Meridian tonight, so we'll keep you updated on that ball game. Then we got Biloxi and Gulfport in Region 4 6A. That one is pretty straightforward. Ocean Springs won the region last week with a win over Gulfport. Gulfport hosting Biloxi. The winner will be the 2 seed, while the loser will be the 3. Hancock has already clinched the 4 seed. And some scores right now. South Panola is up 14-6 on Center Hill. Madison Central trails Oxford 22-20. Grenada and Starkville are tied at 7. Brandon up 14-12. Oak Grove up 35-10. And Gulfport up 14-12 on Biloxi. And then you have DeSoto Central leading Lewisburg 21-7. So that is how the stage is set for the second half of all of these ball games tonight. You're going to watch once again right here on Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented to you by Liquid Creative. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we get back, we're going to get to the action. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
When I was injured, I thought my season was over.
I was determined to get back in the game.
My Mississippi sports medicine surgeon drew up the perfect game plan.
My recovery, their game plan.
A game-winning combination.
20 physicians, 7 subspecialties, 1 focus. You, Mississippi Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center.
Visit the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame and Museum, where legends come to live. Open 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Monday through Saturday.
All right, welcome back to Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Liquid Creative. I'm your host, TJ Werre. We have one more sponsor we'd like to thank, and that would be the Rogue in Jackson. The Rogue is the official menswear store of Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live. The Rogue in Jackson is also your go-to destination for fine men's clothing, located at 4450 I-55 North Frontage Road. The Rogue also has a wide variety of college gear for Ole Miss, State, Southern Miss, Alabama, and LSU fans. Make sure you shop at the Rogue in Jackson. So, we are ready to get to the ball games, and the first stop we're going to make tonight is going to be South Panola and Center Hill. Center Hill entering with a 4-6 record in the regular season, but they are 3-3 in Region 1-6A, and they're in the mix for one of those playoff spots. Meanwhile, they're taking on South Panola, like we just mentioned, 5-1 in the region. They've got the 2 seed wrapped up. Last year, South Panola won this game 42-9, but right now it's pretty close, 14-6. They just started the third quarter.
Man, you
you
56, look at 24, 23, and so again,
56 for the Tigers was the first one hit him. It was he got back there, got a little confused, didn't hand off the ball, and good penetration by the defensive front.
Yeah, Terrence Harris, DeMarcus Flowers, and Caleb Bland.
Yeah, Terrence Harris did a great job right there.
Put Center Hill in a third down possession play at their own 30-yard line, 3rd down and 8. Center Hill. Receivers wide to the right, one receiver on the short side to the left, and back to pass. Pass is caught. Looks like it will be enough.
All right, now let's go over to DeSoto Central and Lewisburg. DeSoto Central up 21-7, just started the third quarter, and DeSoto Central has the ball. Let's go live there.
Field has Wheeler caught. No, dropped it at the 1. Ball a little underthrown from Andrew Moore. Definitely catchable from Wheeler, though.
All right, while we wait for DeSoto Central to run another play, let's go back to South Panola and Center Hill.
Keeps on. They kept on coming in during the first half, and South Panola with the travel with a good crowd here in Center Hill. South Panola traveling well as always on that first.
All right, back again to DeSoto Central and Lewisburg. There's a lot going on tonight. I can kind of get to it maybe really quick. We'll have to, as we bounce back and forth. That play got stuffed. Going nowhere. Good effort by the running back. So we'll hang here for a second. Now, there's a lot going on. If DeSoto Central wins and Center Hill wins, DeSoto Central will be a 3 seed and Center Hill will be a 4. If DeSoto Central wins and Center Hill loses and Hernando wins, then DC is a 3 and Lewisburg is a 4. If Lewisburg beats DeSoto Central tonight, Center Hill loses and Olive Branch wins, then Lewisburg is a 3 and Olive Branch is a 4. And if Lewisburg wins, Center Hill loses and Hernando wins, then Lewisburg is a 3 and DeSoto Central is a 4. It doesn't make any sense. So many different possibilities tonight. We'll stay here at DeSoto Central before we jump back to South Panola Center Hill.
The snap gives it to MJ, and that one's going to go for about a yard maybe.
24-1 on the game.
Okay, look to go for it. It will. 4th and 9. Three up top, 1 at the bottom. Moore's got MJ to his right. Moore takes the snap, dropping back to pass, looking. Flags come in. False start on the offense, so it looks like the Jags will punt now. First drive, Jags.
All right, let's go back to South Panola and Center Hill as DeSoto Central gets ready to punt the ball.
Looked like a timeout, but no, he's just looking over to the
still 10 seconds on the play clock.
That's what they're doing. As Coach Oakley said, they like to milk that play clock. They like time of possession. They like to look down and see that they maintain possession of the ball. Play clock runs down. They call a timeout. Treasure Loans timeout back in 60 seconds. You're listening to South Panola football.
All right, let's check in on Starkville and Grenada. They just started the third quarter there. It is 7-all between Starkville and Grenada.
I mean, Nigel McCarter came out of the pile with the ball. I mean, there's not much left you can argue about, especially in this scenario where you don't have reviews, so you can't see who had the ball first. I just don't know.
All right, here's a snap. Petty looks to a halfback screen and just threw it out in that area, and it was almost picked off. Should have been picked off by the linebacker as he dove forward. It went through his hands. He was looking for Willis, and it was he wasn't kind of a careless pass there. He just kind of threw it in the area of Willis, and it was almost picked off. So it'll be 2nd and 10 now. 2nd and 10. Here's Petty on the keeper around the right end. He's going nowhere, going backwards a yard, maybe 2. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and long now.
Looked like some extracurriculars going on there after the play. Looked like Petty's towel got snatched up by a Grenada player, and he had to go over there and push some bodies to get it back.
Both sides fired up, a little chippiness going on. This is where you got to control your emotions if you're a player for either team. So again, starting 11 now.
Burnside press, no deep safety.
Burnside down the middle. He's just kind of standing around. Petty going to run. Going to push out near the first down. Going to be a yard shy now at the 34. We'll see if Coach Jones wants to go for this or if he'll punt this. Early in the second half, just a minute and 12 seconds gone off the clock here. Tie ball game at 7. Looks like he's going to send the punt team on. Yes, he will. Here comes Pulliam.
It seemed like after the call, Grenada came out a little bit more inspired. You almost get the...
All right, let's go back to South Panola and Center Hill. South Panola just gave the ball back to Center Hill. It looks like Center Hill is about midfield, down 14-6.
And at the 49 of Center Hill, Petit up the middle, down inside the 45 to about the 43-yard line goes DeMarion Petit. 2nd down, South Panola. Michael Johnson and House. Yeah, and Michael Allen looking to the sideline for direction. David Hubbard and Petit. And have triple receivers out wide to the right, that being Michael Allen, Michael Johnson, and Jadarian House. Wide receivers right. And now ready to go, one receiver, Kelly Norwood on the short side to the left. Petit in the backfield, Hubbard barking out the signals. Hand off to Petit, picking his way through the line. Down inside the 40, down to close to the 35. Looks like he will move the chains, and it will be a Farm Bureau first down for South Panola.
Yeah, looks like Center Hill's got he's getting up slowly, but he's getting up.
Yeah.
Number 33.
So
and he's going to come off the field. Yeah, he got down to the 36-yard line, got the first down, and got a little momentum.
So here we go, 1st and 10, South Panola after that Farm Bureau first down on the legs of D. Petit. He needed 3, he got 6. 1st and 10, Tigers at the Center Hill 36. Hubbard's going to keep it himself, cuts back, got a seam down to the 30, runs over man, fighting hard, still going down to the 29-yard line. David Hubbard on about a 7-yard gain on first down.
All right, South Panola's in white. Pardon the error. Let's go to DeSoto Central and Lewisburg. DeSoto Central just recovered a fumble inside their own 20, so they got a chance to add to this 21-7 lead.
Or takes a snap, gives it to MJ. MJ working his way up the middle of the field. Takes him about 3. Trying to find where Cam Taylor is on the Jag sideline. He could be in the tent being attended to still. I see him at the bottom of your screen. Paul still working on that look. Seems to be right hand or left hand. 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Moore takes a snap, drop back to throw, looking, swings it over the field, and he's got Wheeler caught at the 1.
Go. Well, this is Biloxi and Gulfport. They're just out of halftime. Gulfport up 14-12, but Biloxi just broke a big run. So Biloxi inside the 20 of the Admirals. Meanwhile, South Panola just got a touchdown run to make it 21-6, the PAT good. So South Panola giving itself some space there in their game against Center Hill. We will stay right here. We're going to keep an eye on DeSoto Central and see who runs a play first. It looks like it might be Biloxi. Might have to go bang, bang, but let's hang here with Biloxi and Gulfport, and we'll switch real quick if we have to.
And he's going to run into a wall, and that wall's got a name.
All right, let's make that switch to DeSoto Central. Pass complete. They're down inside the 15-yard line. I'm not sure the down and distance there, but it's completion for DeSoto Central nonetheless. We'll hang here and wait to see who's going to run a play first, if it's either going to be in Biloxi Gulfport or if it's going to be in DeSoto Central and Lewisburg. Looks like it's going to be Biloxi, so let's hop over to Biloxi and Gulfport again. Biloxi at the Gulfport 20-yard line.
They'll hand it there.
Oh, nothing again. Oh,
there's a big fella.
All right, back to DeSoto Central and Lewisburg. We got our eye on Starkville and Grenada as well. Starkville is in the red zone. Incomplete pass in this one, or is that the Starkville game? There's an incomplete pass in Starkville. Lots going on here. Let's hop back to Biloxi and Gulfport real quick. We got a break in these other two games. Biloxi in a 3rd and 21, and whoosh, the Gulfport defense not having any of it. So let's see if Biloxi's going to go to a field goal attempt. Meanwhile, let's go back to DeSoto Central. And now to Starkville, Grenada. That pass complete. Grenada makes a stop. I don't know if that was a 4th down and 3, they say. Let's see if that's a turnover on downs or a first down. Starkville players are saying it's a first down. And it's a first down for Starkville. So let's go back to Biloxi and Gulfport real quick. Biloxi on a 4th and very long. That dump-off pass goes nowhere, so it's going to be a turnover of downs. Back to Starkville and Grenada. And it looks like Grenada is taking a timeout. They're having some substitution problems. So all that is going on. Let's go back to South Panola and Center Hill. South Panola up 21-6 in the 3rd quarter.
That South Panola defense is fired up.
Yeah, he faked the handoff to the dive back and kept the ball. It took one step and got nailed. And then a host of Tigers on the tackle.
And that was Holtz, the quarterback. The helmet came off, so Holtz has to come off the field for one play. And look for him to maybe run the Wildcat formation. But 3rd down and 5 for Center Hill.
Yeah, Hoskins gets the credit for the tackle right there.
Yeah,
Hoskins is really playing a tough defensive game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Possession play for Center Hill on that 3rd down and 5. And, oh, good job. Will be hit and dropped shy of the first down.
Yeah, he lacked about a yard to get to the line to gain. They mark it at the 30.
Yeah,
he's got to get out to the 31.
See if Center Hill goes for it. South Panola on top, 21-6.
All right, out of a timeout, Starkville and Grenada, and I guess not. Now we're back to another timeout. Looks like we're going back to another timeout. Comedic timing. The officials having fun with us. So we're going to hang at South Panola and Center Hill as they are changing possessions. You know what? This is a good time for a commercial break, it looks like. How about a commercial break? What do you say to that, Hayes? Sounds good? Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
When I was injured, I thought my season was over.
I was determined to get back in the game.
My Mississippi sports medicine surgeon drew up the
How long is this
perfect game
commercial?
plan.
Yeah, we're going to have to.
My recovery, their game plan.
A game-winning combination.
20 physicians, 7 subspecialties, 1 focus. You, Mississippi Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center.
When I was injured,
quickly to Starkville and Grenada. We're trying. The joys of live television. It's my favorite. All right, so Starkville did not get in the end zone there, mercifully for us. So we're going to hang there for a minute, and if something else pops up, we'll take you there.
Backed up like he thinks it's on the offense. Man, the offense is walking back.
It looks like they're going to call it
holding in the
there.
offense, but it's not going to be. It's only going to make it first down and 12 now. It's just going to back it up to the 15 as the holding took place downfield near the 5. So first and 12 at the 15. Wide side to the right. Burnside to his wide side. Petty, that was a mistime, that whole play. It was a speed sweep kind of look that Petty wanted to fake the handoff and run behind him or give the handoff, and the timing was off, and it just looked discombobulated there, if I can say that word, and just makes it no gain on the play, make it 2nd and 12 now.
Yeah, I feel like right now maybe the Jackets are trying a little bit too hard. I feel like simple plays right now, especially to get your offense going. You don't want to do anything too crazy like that that'll mess up your timing even more. So I'd like to see, like some runs up the middle, short passes, curl routes, anything to get your offense back in a groove.
All right, 2nd and 12, ball's on the 15. Willis in the backfield with Petty. There's a snap. He's going to give it to Willis up the middle. He's going to break through the line. Inside the 10, down near about the 8-yard line. So give him about 7, maybe 8 there. Bring up 3rd and medium, about 3rd and 5 now. 3rd down and 5 for the Yellow Jackets. They're tied with the Chargers here in Starkville, the Grenada Chargers, with 6:20 and counting now left in the 3rd quarter. We're going to send 3 wide receivers to the right side. That is the wide side of the field. You're going to send York in motion from right to left, bring him back to the right. Going to roll out Petty. He's going to look. He's going to throw to the end zone, and incomplete. Couldn't, and I'm not sure who he was intending that to. He had two men near that ball. It looks like we're going to bring out Green for the field goal attempt here.
Well, I do not see him. I don't know where he is.
Braden Green over near the 14-yard line on that left side. Going to be put the rubber down at the 15. Going to make it a 25-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Snaps good, holds down, kicks up. It's long enough. It's no good. He pulled it to the left, and that's a huge win for Grenada. After you turn it over deep in your own territory and you...
All right, field goal no good in Starkville, Grenada. Let's hop over to Lewisburg and DeSoto Central. Never mind. How about that? So I know for sure now we have time for a full commercial. Hayes, would you like to try a full commercial this time? Hopefully we won't get interrupted again. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Liquid Creative. I'm your host, TJ Werre. Let's hop back into Lewisburg and DeSoto Central. DeSoto Central up 21-7, but Lewisburg is driving.
Gilmore takes a snap, swings it out quickly, and that one's dropped.
That ball's incomplete.
All right, over to South Panola and Center Hill. South Panola just scored a touchdown at the same exact time Lewisburg was running a play. South Panola does have replay. This run is absolutely incredible by Demorian Pertete. He's had an incredible year, 1,100 yards rushing. How about that touchdown run? South Panola up 27-6. They look like they're well on the way to the victory that is now early in the fourth quarter. Let's hop back to Lewisburg and DeSoto Central now. DeSoto Central's defense getting a stop right there. The extra point, by the way, in South Panola, Center Hill is good, so it's 28-6 to South Panola has the lead. So let's hang here for a minute, and we'll keep an eye on the other games.
Gilmore's going to go out here to the wideout position. What a wildcat formation right here. Lewisburg wants to call a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout break as well. Don't go anywhere. You listen to the voice of the Jags. Luke Sides, DeSoto Central.
Okay, for the first time tonight, we're going to eat dirt. Brandon and Pearl. Brandon up 21-12. Pearl has the ball with 9:17 to go in the third quarter. Unless the stream goes out. We're just going to hang here. We're going to hang here. We are not going to hang here. Let's go to Biloxi and Gulfport. We are currently not broadcasting. That's not good. Here's Biloxi and Gulfport. Biloxi has the ball. They're down 20-12.
Coming in, and to be able to see their defensive backs and the defensive end, which I guess got offered by Oregon maybe the week after our game.
That's correct.
But their defensive backs were really strong, but Caden Irvin, he can sling it. So interesting to watch here as Marlon bites his way out of traffic. Gets to about the 10 or 9 or 10. We're going to see. It looks like he's marking it at the 10. So that'll be a nice spot for the Admirals there. Does that bring up fourth down? 4th and 5 from the 10. So big play for the Admiral defense here. A stop would be fantastic for the Admirals. Got a lot of hands on the hips. It's a humid night a bit, evidently.
It is humid. The air's thick.
Norwood's in the backfield now with Marlon. Marlon going to the air. Sees nobody. Taking it up the middle. Is he good? I don't think he got there. I think he had to go over the 5, and I don't think he did.
It's going to be really close. I thought if he would have just.
Oh, that's Admiral ball. Yeah, stopping him. If he.
All right, Oxford and Madison Central now is where we're going to go. Oxford up 29-28 in the third quarter. Let's check in here as it looks like we had a turnover on downs in the Biloxi and Gulfport game. So Gulfport defense getting a huge stop up 20-12. Oxford they are playing a very high octane type of offense right now. They're running play after play after play. Let's hang out here.
Caught a little curl and actually spun out to the outside and gets it down to the 35. It's a gain of 5, and that'll move the chains.
Yeah, 3 plays in a row have gone to Gregory. There we pick up a first down. Ball spotted at the 35.
Second catch tonight for Roman Gregory out of the backfield. 1st and 10 at the 35. They give it right back to Gregory, and Gregory straight ahead picks up 5 more to the 30.
I think Gregory's 1 play away from getting a good break here, and we would like to have a big one on this possession. As he's had a couple 3, 4, 5-yard runs, as you mentioned. Nothing.
All right, back to Starkville and Grenada we go. Starkville 7, Grenada 7. This is a slugfest with the third quarter coming close to a close. Starkville with the ball.
On the stretch play to the right, and he's going to lower his head and run right over a guy. He's going to go out of bounds after that. Going to push down at the 15, going to be out of bounds at the 14-yard line. 8-yard gain on that play by Willis. 2nd and 2 now. He ran that around, and he just got to him, and he stuck his head down and just ran over him, but he was through that contact, bumped out of bounds, and it makes it 2nd and 2. Starkville got 4 wide receivers in this formation. Got a man one-on-one on that far side. He's going to look to the right. Got a man, Burnside, up, touchdown. Nice leaping catch for Burnside, but we do have a penalty flag on the play.
And it looks like this one.
It appears, we'll see.
It looks like this one's going to be on the defense.
Looks like it's going to be on the defense here. Defensive holding. That's going to be declined. Touchdown, Jackets. That was a nice pass and a nice catch by Burnside. He threw it on a.
All right, let's go back to Oxford and Madison Central. Remember, 6A Region 2 is wild tonight. If Oxford beats Madison Central and Starkville beats Grenada, Oxford is going to be the 3, Madison Central will be the 4, and Starkville will be done for the season. So, with that in mind, here is Oxford up 29-28 out of that injury timeout.
They'll send the man in motion. That's Blunt. Back to throw Howard. Under pressure. Hit as he throws, and it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, underthrew his receiver. Actually had his tight end. That was Harper down the field, and he took another shot. Did Howard.
If he has a little more time, he might give Harper a chance to break free. He had single coverage on a linebacker out there running a corner route, but he just didn't have time. He was.
All right, we're going to hop over to Biloxi and Gulfport real quick as Oxford gets set to run another play. Gulfport up 20-12, 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Good run there by Gulfport. Back to Oxford and Madison Central. We'll probably be bouncing back between these two games.
Yards, play action, wants to throw, steps to the right, throws a dart, and it's intercepted. No, he dropped it. That would have been a pick 6 if he picked it off. He stepped in front of the out route and had it hit him right in the chest and go incomplete as 4th down.
Yeah, that was number.
That was almost a massive interception, and it looked like an easy pick 6 that the Madison Central defender can hold on to it. Here's Gulfport and Biloxi again. And that run is working out for a first down for the Admirals. Back to Oxford and Madison Central, 29-28 Chargers.
Howard working out of the gun. Here's the play action, under pressure again, and he's sacked. And Madison Central is going to take over their 3rd sack of the night.
Yeah, about a 9, maybe 10-yard loss on the sack back at the 45-yard line. And the Jaguars will have good field position with 5:10 left here in the third quarter.
Well, Madison Central brought the pressure on 4th down, and
all right, turnover on down. So Madison Central sideline erupted after that sack. So they're going to get the ball at their own 45, down 29-28. Now we're back at Biloxi and Gulfport. Gulfport up 20-12. It might be a little more now. Yes, it is. Touchdown Admirals. That's Emmanuel Bentley with the touchdown. 774 yards and 9 tutties coming into the game. We can at least be assured that's at least his 10th score of the year. So Gulfport is up 26-12. Let's go back now to Madison Central and Oxford in a big pass play downfield completed by the Jaguars. So the Jaguars, after that big defensive stand, get the big pass play downfield. They're inside the 30-yard line of Oxford.
7 Blackman, but a nice pass and catch there by Madison Central.
that's about a 30-yard gain. And I did not see who caught that. Did you?
I did not.
There's a bad snap, and he has to fall on it back at the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 8.
All right, over to Starkville and Grenada. Grenada's got the ball, and they're deep inside Starkville territory, down 13-7. That running play, however, going nowhere. Let's go back to Madison Central and Oxford now. Madison Central with the ball. This is a second down.
34. That was a big play. Norris works out of the gun. Brown behind him. Nichols goes in motion. Back to throw, play action, throws a pass in traffic, and it's incomplete.
Oh,
and they're going to throw a flag, I think, on.
All right, back over to Grenada and Starkville now. Grenada has it looking like they're closing in on a first down. Yeah, they got a bunch of guys up front trying to get it, and I don't think they did. That Starkville defense coming up strong on 3rd and 1. It's 4th down. It'll be interesting to see what Grenada does in this situation, down 6. Looking towards the sideline, I'm trying to see where we're going to go from here. Madison Central just picked up a penalty against Oxford, so that ball is moving downfield. Looks like Madison Central is going to be at the 20-yard line of the Chargers. Third quarter winding down in Starkville and Grenada, and now it looks like the Grenada players are going towards the sideline, and that might be the end of the quarter. So let's go back to Oxford and Madison Central. 29-28, Oxford over MC, and it looks like the Jaguars have Jake Norris, the tight end, in at quarterback. He's the one who helped lead them to a state championship when their starter was hurt last year, and there's another timeout. Another timeout. So, what do you think, boys? Think we got time for another timeout of our own? Let's do it. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're watching Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live.
When I was injured, I thought my season was over.
I was determined to get back in the game.
My Mississippi sports medicine surgeon drew up the perfect game plan.
My recovery, their game plan.
A game-winning combination.
20 physicians, 7 subspecialties, 1 focus. You, Mississippi Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center.
Visit the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame and Museum, where legends come to live. Open 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Monday through Saturday.
All right, welcome back to Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Liquid Creative. Liquid Creative, you want a full-service marketing agency that can move your company to the next level? Call Liquid Creative for results. Smart ideas, smart campaigns. It's a smart move. Liquid-creative.com. Starkville and Grenada now, just starting in the fourth quarter. Grenada has the ball. It's 4th and 1, and the Chargers are going for it, down 13-7.
Bounce here. Or not timeout, excuse me, jump off sides.
Yeah, got to hold your water here, not jump off sides, give them a free first down. Refs are discussing something here. But they're going to go in that same formation with that running back, McCaleb Taylor, the sophomore, number 12.
They're going to move the ball up.
Quick. All right, here we go to Madison Central and Oxford. Madison Central run around the end, and that is going to be a... Call it for me, man. Down at the 1. Madison Central thought they had a touchdown there, but they're not going to get it. So while they get things sorted out, maybe Starkville and Grenada have their things sorted out as they try and start the fourth quarter. We'll keep an eye on Madison Central in case they look like they're going to run a play first. But we'll hang here with Grenada. It's a 4th and 1.
Hey, I didn't think it was inside the 10.
Not sure what's going on here.
Back there again. All right, so Grenada not ready. Madison Central is. There's a handoff, and it looks like it is going to be stuffed. Connor Brown going nowhere. So good play by the Oxford defense. Let's go back to Starkville and Grenada, see if they've got things sorted out as they're trying to start this fourth quarter. They're still talking things over. We're going to hang here for just a minute in case they're able to get a playoff, and it looks like they might. All right, here comes that 4th and 1. Got my eye on Oxford and Madison Central. It might be a quick switch to MC and Oxford. Let's see how it goes. There's a 4th and 1. Starkville is not going to get the stop. Let's go to Madison Central and Oxford now. Another handoff, this one to Connor Brown, and this one is going to be a touchdown for the Jaguars. So Madison Central takes the lead. The defending state champions are going to take a 34-29 advantage in the third quarter with 2:58 to go. Let's go back to Starkville and Grenada. Grenada just got that first down. Let's see if they can punch one in and tie this game.
This is the same formation we struggled with, same play we struggled with last year. They did this to us last year and they fumbled it about this spot on the field last year, and had they not, they'd have beat us. So 1st and goal, there's the snap. He's running to the left, and he will be escorted in to tie the ball game at 13 apiece.
All right, touchdown Grenada, PAT pending. Let's check in on Oak Grove and Northwest Rankin for the first time tonight. Oak Grove up 35-17 with the football, and they are moving. That was a run on first down. Now we're going to go back to Starkville and Grenada because this is a very important extra point. Tied at 13, kick up, and it is good. That looked like a line drive. I don't think it got more than 8 feet off the ground. Either way, it's good. So Grenada has a 14-13 lead on the Yellow Jackets. Back to Oak Grove and Northwest Rankin now. Oak Grove with the football at what looks like the Northwest Rankin 15.
A big lick on JQ. He's just too fast, too quick. Play fake to Devontae Holder. Maddox keeps it himself. And going to be taken down by Mooney, the senior inside linebacker, senior Mike backer for the Cougars. That's going to be enough for a Javamos first down with the Warriors inside the Rozier Construction red zone now, knocking on the door. They'll be able to pick up a first down inside the 2-yard line. Ball resting right between the 12 and the 13-yard line. Give to Champagne around the right side, just bowls over, still on his feet. Touchdown Warriors! Kylan Champagne with a physical run. Another look on the Hotel Indigo replay. Get off me, son, as those legs just keep on churning. And that's a Warrior Tire touchdown.
Caleb Harris for Northwest Rankin is going to field that one in the morning. Man, oh man. Champagne running with authority.
Woo! Tell you what, that one will be replayed multiple times in the film room on both sides. Wow. On both sides. As Luke Stewart adds the commercial stationary PAT.
That was a vicious touchdown run by sophomore running back Kylan Champagne, entering with 405 yards and 5 touchdowns going into the night. 42-17. Oak Grove in the mix for that #1 seed in Region 3 of Class 6A. We're in DeSoto Central and Lewisburg now. DC up 21-14 in the third quarter.
It's going to move the chains. 1st and 10 for the Jacks.
Stop by number 23. Go. Touchdown, Carroll!
Two at the top, one at the bottom. Moore takes a snap, gives it to Taylor. He's got running room, slips one, and then finally brought down. Good hard running from Taylor at about the 17. Little pushing and shoving going on.
Signed up against the Patriots.
Unsportsmanlike was called on the Patriots. So.
All right, let's go back to Madison Central and Oxford. Madison Central gets the ball back, and they are inside the Oxford 10. Here's Vic Sutton trying to make something happen. Looked like it might have been a busted play, getting around the edge. He was brought down to the 1 earlier. How about this time? Out of the 1 again. That's incredible. How about those runs? All right, back to DeSoto Central, knocking on the door of the end zone against Lewisburg, up 21-14. We're going to keep an eye on Oxford and Madison Central. Oh, a brutal drop there. Let's go back to Madison Central and Oxford now.
Can take their time. Try to milk the clock a little bit here as they look to the sideline. Sutton in at quarterback. Working out of the pistol with Brown behind him. Hands it off to Brown, looking for his 3rd touchdown of the night, and I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's dropped at the 1. And it'll be 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, Madison Central has 2 plays to get a yard. And let's see if they
To DeSoto Central and Lewisburg, pass into the back of the end zone. It is caught. What's the call? Incomplete. All right, back to Madison Central and Oxford. There's another run for Connor Brown. There is another touchdown for Connor Brown. His second in less than 4 minutes. So Madison Central is going to boost this lead to 41-29. Just like that is a 2-score lead for the Jaguars over the Chargers. Let's go back to DeSoto Central. Let's see if DC can get one. They've had a couple opportunities.
Verse to Odell. Odell picks it up, throws it wide open, is Moore, and they're going to say it's incomplete. Moore would have been wide open for the touchdown. He wouldn't have dropped the reverse. Jags got a decision to make. Marsiglia is going to try out to kick the extra point. I agree.
Well, that was almost the greatest, worst play ever. DeSoto Central's lined up for a field goal. Now we're back at Eat Dirt. The feed is working. Brandon up 35-20 on the rivals from Rankin County. Lester Miller not playing in this game for Brandon Knight, their top receiver. It doesn't really seem to have mattered. They were off to a rough start, but things got going. Brandon's up 35-20. Field goal good in DeSoto Central Lewisburg. So DeSoto Central up 24-14. Let's hang here with Brandon and Pearl. Meanwhile, that extra point in Oxford and Madison Central appears to be good. So it's 42-29, Madison Central. And we still got our eye on Starkville and Grenada. It looks like Grenada has the football. I'm not sure. Yeah, Grenada has the football, up 14-13 with 8.5 minutes to go. We'll get there in just a minute, but we're going to hang here with Brandon as the Bulldogs are in the red zone against the Pirates.
Fighting from Thunder. Basically, teams kind of key off and slow down Blunt. You've got there to quicken it up.
But there's Dalen Stewart, and he's headed towards the end zone, and he's flipped. Boy, he took a shot there.
He did. And see if he gets up from that one. Safety did I delivered just a shot around the hip area of Stewart. Stewart's down. He had safety delivered a really big hit right to here to Stewart's hip area. He's trying to come off on his own power. But this is just a great run. He's going to pick up the first down. You've got to give it that.
All right, to Starkville and Grenada. Wow, that was a vicious hit and a vicious fall there in the Brandon game. Got an injury timeout. Grenada has the ball, looking at a 2nd and 9.
Counter, and he's going to be tackled after a gain of 2. It looked like he had a hole, but it closed up quickly. I could not tell who that was that made initial contact. I think it might have been
Holloway or Anthony Hogan, who's also had a really big game for the Jackets tonight.
Yes,
someone we haven't called the name of a lot, but he's really stepped up in a big way for this defense.
All right, so
all right, let's go back to DeSoto Central in Lewisburg, 21-14. DeSoto Central with the lead. Remember, we just saw that wild sequence earlier, and that pass is incomplete. Man, DeSoto Central having problems near the goal line. Now let's swing back to Starkville and Grenada. There's an interesting nugget in this tiebreaker. Maybe Starkville wants to quit playing. Madison Central wins, Starkville loses, Madison Central is the 3 and Starkville is the 4. That is apparently the formula that we're looking at right now. So if Starkville is scoreboard watching right now, they're still okay. Let's go to Brandon and Pearl now. They're out of that injury timeout. Let's see if the Bulldogs can punch one in. There's 4 seconds left. I don't know if the clock is going to start. Yes, it is. So that's the end of the third quarter there. Let's go back to Starkville and Grenada, 14-13 Grenada.
And on this drive.
All right, so the ball's out at the 44.5-yard line, left hash. They're going to put their H-backs, looks like, over on the left side, so I'm going to guess it's going left here. Snap back to the tailback, going left right behind him, and he's going to be hit and dropped for a half-yard loss. So a nice play there by the Yellow Jacket defense. I think initial contact was made by Hogan maybe in the backfield. I could not tell.
I think that was number 20, Justin Jenkins, another one of those big players for this Starkville defense.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. So you lose maybe a ball length on that play. And again, the clock continues to run. It ticks down to 5:45 and counting. Still 20 seconds left on this play clock. They're taking every bit of the play clock as they can. They're going to set those H-backs to the left again. They have run a counter with them sometimes here. They'll do the same thing, run it to the right, counter it, and he'll be tackled right at the 45 by Hogan's there, and Jenkins, I think, was there, and Methvin was in that area too. So several Yellow Jackets there, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Ball's at the 45-yard line. Got to get to the Starkville 45 to pick it up here. Clock going to tick under 5 minutes here.
Another big 3rd down here for the Jackets. Can't let them convert a 3rd and long like this.
Got to get a stop here. Got to get this. This is vital. I mean, if you let them get here, they can run.
All right, Oxford is running a hurry-up offense. They're down 42-29. Here comes a big run and play for the Chargers. That's a really big run and play for the Chargers. That's a touchdown for the Chargers. How about that? They need it in the worst way. Roman Gregory with the score. 14 total touchdowns on the year entering tonight. That makes it 42-35. 10 seconds to go in their 3rd quarter. Oxford staying alive in the ball game. Let's go back now to Brandon and Pearl. 4th quarter underway. Brandon up 35-20. Well, that was a beautiful little play at the goal line for the Bulldogs. 41-20, Brandon. So the Bulldogs look like they're well on their way to a victory tonight, along with Oak Grove as well. So Brandon up 41-20 in the Rankin County Super Bowl. Eat dirt. Let's go to, well, where do you guys want to go? Do we have any more commercial breaks we need to hit? Should we take another one? Let's take another break. It looks like this is a good time for one. You're watching Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Liquid Creative. We've been very fortunate with those. All right, welcome back to Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Liquid Creative. Are you looking for a new website, video presentation, or new brochure? Liquid Creative will establish the best targeted messaging for your company's brand. Liquid is ready to collaborate. Liquid-creative.com, liquid-creative.com. So we went to break. There's kind of a lull in the action. Brandon just scored a touchdown. Oxford just scored a touchdown. So Oxford down 42-36. Let's go hang out at Starkville and Grenada. Grenada just punted the ball. So this is where Starkville is going to start their drive with 4 minutes and 18 seconds to go. Starkville has had its moments this year in these kind of close games. Remember, they lost to Clinton 35-28, lost to Tupelo 21-17. And while I'm speaking, DeSoto Central is doing something, so we'll go hang out with DeSoto Central while Starkville gets situated. DeSoto Central has the ball back. I feel like they've been down here for the better part of a half an hour, and they have no points to show for it. But it's DeSoto Central 21, Lewisburg 14.
.452. Jags going to take their time. 1st and goal from the 7. Moore takes the snap.
Flag on the play.
False start on the Jacks.
All right, let's hop back over to Brandon and Pearl. Brandon just got an interception of Pearl, which, you know, I've kind of called my shot a little too soon on the end of a ball game. It's 42-20, but they just got an interception, hoping to see a replay from the Brandon broadcast. If not, we'll hop back to DeSoto Central if we don't get it in time. And looks like we're not going to get that replay. So all I can tell you is the interception was awesome. Back to DeSoto Central in Lewisburg. And a score we were keeping an eye on earlier tonight, as DeSoto Central still can't get into the end zone, was South Panola and Center Hill. South Panola winning 34-6. So that means that DeSoto Central holds on to win, and Center Hill ends up losing, which they did. Then DC will get the 3 and Lewisburg will get the 4. But we're waiting on a Hernando score as well, because if Hernando can win, then DC is the 3 and Lewisburg is the 4. Let's hang here now as we wait to go to Starkville and Grenada. Starkville trying to mount trying to mount a leading drive here, down 14-13.
Moore takes the snap, gives it to Taylor. Taylor's going to be driven backwards.
That's number 30, Taylor on the carry. Stop by for Cummins.
Third and goal for the Jacks. Three at the bottom. Moore has Taylor to his right. Moore takes a snap, gives it to Taylor. Taylor lowers his shoulder, needs a push. They're going to let it play out, and it's a touchdown. I do believe no signal yet. Yes, touchdown, Jaguars. Seal this one, boys. Great job from the offensive line.
All right, so DeSoto Central gets a touchdown. That one is going to help them pad that lead. Now we're back at Madison Central and Oxford, 42-36. Madison Central over Oxford.
And drop for a loss of 2. Good job that time by the Charger defense.
Chargers have got to be careful here. They've a little push in there, Don. Again, after the play was blown dead, you cannot get another 15-yard penalty in this game.
Jabari White made the tackle, number 55, a loss of 2 back to the 48. Second down and 12 for the Jaguars. Norris has thrown for 246 yards. He's going to throw it here on 2nd and 12. Looking deep. Lobs it down the middle into double coverage, and it is going to be incomplete.
Good defense down the field. Couldn't tell what defender that was. It was toe-to-toe with the receiver, but a good defensive play.
That was Blackman who was back there with Kirkwood.
Yes, Kirkwood, excuse me.
And it was intended for Isaiah Spencer, who has had a big night, over 100 yards receiving.
Big play here, Don. Third down for Madison Central.
3rd and 12 at their own 48.
All right, let's go back to Brandon and Pearl as we have a little timeout in Oxford and Madison Central. Brandon has the ball up 42-20.
4th down at about 4. I mean, you look at tonight for the Bulldogs. I mean, Landon's had another great night. You know, he's thrown for well over 200 yards tonight and a couple touchdowns. You look at Thigpen, he's emerged back again tonight, a couple catches, or actually 4. He's close to 100 yards. Buchanan, his biggest night, 5 catches for 83 yards.
All right, let's go to Oxford and Madison Central. The camera was in the wrong spot. There wasn't a timeout. 42-36, Madison Central on top of Oxford.
Spencer's a Southern Miss signee, if I'm not mistaken. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line of Oxford. New set of downs. Handoff goes right side to Brown. Brown cuts it back inside, gets it inside the 30 to the 29. He's close to a 1st down.
I think he got it.
He needed 10. He got it. That'll move the chains. Brown 90 yards on the night. First and 10, Jaguars at the Oxford 29. They continue to go no huddle. Even with the lead, they're keeping the pressure on the Charger defense. 10:28 to go in the ball game. Here's the snap. Pump fake. They're going to go deep to the corner, and it is caught. Touchdown, Madison Central.
Once again, Don, I'm going to give you one guess on who it was, and it was their go-to guy, number 11, as it was Spencer.
29 yards to Spencer. And the Jaguars are on the board again. And on,
how many does Spencer have now?
29 more. That gives him 183 yards.
Wow.
That's his second touchdown tonight. That silences the Charger crowd, and now the extra point is.
All right, so Madison Central with another touchdown. No defense in that one. It's 48-36. Here's Starkville down 14-13 to Grenada. That was a 4th and 1. And Starkville saying they got a first down. Grenada saying, no, you did not get a first down. Let's hang here and get a measurement.
It's tough to see from this distance. See, the spot is right on that yard marker, which will put him, get him a first down, I think. Yeah, I think they are going to come out and measure this one, which is smart by the referees because it's very close. But like you said, just sending Petty right behind Willis as a lead blocker. It's a nice play call. Almost.
All right, let's go over to Biloxi and Gulfport. Not sure of the score because the score is not up, but all I know is Gulfport is closing in on the end zone. All right, let's go back to Starkville and Grenada. The chains are out, and the marker says first down Starkville, even though the Grenada players can't believe what's going on. So it must have been by the hair of someone's chinny chin chin. So let's hang out at Starkville and Grenada as we've got a timeout incoming in Gulfport and Biloxi. This is the place to be right now. Starkville and Grenada is. Grenada nursing a 1-point lead with 2:16 to go in the fourth quarter.
Could not see. There was too many bodies between us and the sticks, but the Grenada coaches were really not happy with that first down call. I don't know. I couldn't see it, but here we go. 1st and 10, Yellow Jackets. Clock runs at 2:11. Petty going to run it back to the left. Got a little running room. He's going to be inside the 30. Going to run out of bounds down near the 27-yard line. That'll be about a gain of about 6 yards on first down. Bring up 2nd and 4. Clock will stop at 2:02 as he ran out of bounds here.
That's a solid play by Petty. Looking for Willis on that swing pass. Nothing was there. Decides to find a hole and make a good rush. Get out of bounds, too, to stop that clock.
There's the snap. Going to fake it to Willis around the right end. Petty going to run it to the left. He's going to be run out of bounds, tackled out of bounds, out a couple of yards.
All right, to Oxford and Madison Central. Oxford trying to answer that Madison Central touchdown. And Oxford and Madison Central both playing at breakneck paces tonight. Still over 9 minutes to go in this game. Here's the scenario. All Starkville needs is for Oxford not to win. That's basically what they need because right now they own, Starkville does, the tiebreaker over Oxford. They do not want a three-way tie. If they get a three-way tie with Oxford, Madison Central, and Starkville, all with 4-3 records in the league, it is going to be Oxford as the 3 seed and Madison Central as the 4, and Starkville will be out. Speaking of Starkville, let's go to Starkville really quick. Here comes a big run for the Yellow Jackets. They're inside the 15-yard line of the Chargers. Big play for Starkville there. Under 2 minutes to go. Let's go back to Oxford and Madison Central now. 9:04 as Mac Howard and the Chargers are on the field trying to come back from a 13-point deficit.
15 seconds. 4th and 6. Howard back to throw. Howard in the pocket. Throws. Passes. Caught for a first down by Harmon.
All right, back to Starkville and Grenada. Handoff for Starkville going nowhere. Stifling Charger defense. They've had some big moments at times this year where their defense has been almost impenetrable. Also keeping an eye on Biloxi and Gulfport. There goes Oxford and Starkville again. And some sloppy tackling there is going to lead to a big gain for the Chargers. back to Starkville and Grenada we go. Starkville looks like they're ready to run another play. It's 2nd and 10.
Starkville trails by 1. There's the snap. Petty looking to his left. Got a man. Caught. Touchdown. He caught it. He bobbled it, regained it, stuck it out over the pylon as he was shoved out of bounds. And it is a.
Yep. All right, back to Oxford we go. Starkville, a huge touchdown there. And here comes a run for Oxford. Mac Howard thinking that his boy Roman Gregory just broke free for a touchdown run, but he did not. I'll let you know about the PAT in Starkville and Grenada. But we're going to just go live now to Oxford and Madison Central. Let's hear the broadcast there.
Gregory once again got a couple, Don, not many.
Yeah, inside the 15, down to about the 14. So we're going to be 3rd down and 4. Gain of 2, Roman Gregory, 100 yards now on the night. Big play here, 3rd and 4. They go to him again, and they really fumbles the ball, and he has to fall on it. And he fell on it at the line of scrimmage as he was moving forward. The ball just came out. He wasn't hit. And then he fell right on it at the 14. No gain. It's 4th and 4 for the Chargers. And here we go again. They're going to go with a Wildcat. 4 wide receivers to the right. Gregory is in the Wildcat. He takes the snap, bobbles it, picks it up. 1st down inside the 10 to the 6.
That's a gutsy call, Don, with 4th and 4, and the Wildcat is, as you mentioned, he bobbled the snap, able to control the football, though, and picks up a 1st down.
Going to spot it at the 7, so a gain of 7 for Roman Gregory. 1st and goal to go at the 7-yard line. Howard back in at quarterback, and now they bring in Jaden Young to give Gregory a little bit of a breather. And they're going to give the ball to Young, who's hitting the backfield, and he's going to lose yardage.
Yeah, that defensive line got there in a hurry. And they're about a 2-yard loss on the play.
All right, let's hop over to Starkville and Grenada real quick. Starkville going for 2, up 19-14, fresh off that touchdown.
Willis in motion. There, got Burnside out of the tight end. Burnside was lined up at tight end. Fake the jet sweep. Throw the 2-point conversion to him. It's good. Yellow Jackets now lead 21-14 with 57 seconds to go in this ball game. And now you just got to stop them.
That is a tremendous play call there by Coach Jones. Couldn't have done a better 2-point conversion play. And that sets him up right here. All
right, so Starkville keeping its playoff chances alive with that big touchdown and 2-point conversion. Meanwhile, Madison Central and Oxford in an injury timeout. Oxford with the ball inside Madison Central territory. Quick break. We'll be right back.
When I was injured, I thought my season was over.
I was determined to get back in the game.
My Mississippi sports medicine surgeon drew up the perfect game plan.
My recovery, their game plan.
A game-winning combination.
20 physicians, 7 subspecialties, 1 focus. You, Mississippi Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center.
All right, we're back. Oxford out of the timeout, down 49-36. Mac Howard in a world of trouble. The Utah commit getting out of trouble. That was a lot of work to not take a sack, but a very good play there by the senior quarterback. Spent his last few years at Heritage Academy, won a state championship there in the MAIS, and now he is trying to keep his team's season alive. They need to win to get in. With Starkville up 7, we're going to go to that game shortly. We'll hang here with Oxford down 13.
Howard takes the snap, pitches it out to Gregory, cuts it back inside. He's inside the 5. He's in the end zone. Roman Gregory puts the Chargers on the board and makes it a 1-possession game.
Yeah, 49-42. Madison Central up by 7 as Oxford will come on and try to cut it to 6 with 6:28 left here in the game. And we have an injured player for Oxford. I think that's 54. That is Johnson.
With that touchdown, that gives Gregory his 14th rushing touchdown of the season. That matches last year. Last year he ran for 1,042 yards and 14 touchdowns. This year, he's closing in on 1,000. Still a ways to go, but.
Yeah, we can go now. All right, so extra point good, 49-43, Madison Central over Oxford. Oxford needs to win to get in. Here we're now at Biloxi and Gulfport. Not sure how much time is left in this one, but we do know the score is 33-18 Gulfport. Remember, the 2 seed on the line tonight in Region 4 of Class 6A. We're going to hang here. We've got our eyes still on Starkville and Grenada. Starkville just kicked to Grenada, up 21-14. The Chargers are going to be at their own 30-yard line when they come back. So let's hang here for a minute.
Second for Marlin going to the air. He's got him.
Good coverage.
He's got
good
the
tackle.
one guy we said he hasn't thrown it to all night, TJ Smith. Kind of just left him over here. He gets inside the 5 down to the 3. So the Indians have moved the ball quickly and can score quickly. And now we'll see if the Admirals have some type of coverage over the top, and they will. They'll roll the safety over now. But you got to have some kind of coverage over the top. You can't leave Cottenham all alone with Parrish. Marlin's going to look for him, going to try to run it himself. Touchdown. And gets in the end zone. So wise choice there by Marlin. Touchdown. So just like that.
Yeah, it was quick.
24-33. Is that where we are? It is. Looks like they'll go for 2 here. That'll make it a 7-point game.
Yeah, and depending on the time, the onside kick. And
we've had turnovers. We've had all kind of things. Marlin trying to get it to Parrish. No good. Pretty good coverage there by Cottenham. He still had the position on him. Just got
interception. So there's an interception in Starkville and Grenada. Starkville gets the pick. That should ice the game. I don't know if we're going to get a replay of it or not. Are we? I don't know. But what we do know is Starkville is about to win this ball game 21-14. So Starkville wins. They are 4-3 in the region. Now they just need Madison Central to beat Oxford to get into the playoffs. Let's go back to Madison Central and Oxford. 49-43 MC. 6 minutes and change in that game.
Football game. Jaguars lead 49-43. Norris takes the snap. Hands it off straight ahead. He busts his way down to the 42. A gain of 6. 3rd and 3 for the Jaguars.
Got 2 plays here, Don, for the first. I don't think they would run it here. If they don't get it, they got to stop them here on 3rd down. They can make it.
I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see Norris pull it out and keep it.
I like the play call there that you got. Exactly right.
3rd and 3. Norris in the gun. Brown over his left shoulder. The tight end Jones lines up to the right. They are going to run it with the quarterback. Blackman's chasing him from behind. They stopped him. Stopped him at the line of scrimmage.
Decision time now. I think they go for it on 4th down.
No gain for Norris. And that was Corin who came up and made a big tackle to senior number 10. 4th and 3, and it looks like they are going to go for it.
We're under 5 minutes. 4:50 clock continues to run. Oxford has all 3 timeouts remaining. Won't call one here, but stop here, Don. You get the ball back with good field position.
Students on their feet trying to cheer their defense along. 4th down and 3 at the 42. Biggest play of the game.
Maybe run the clock out and call a timeout.
They're down to 7 seconds. They snap it. Norris is going to throw it wide open. Caught. 1st down to the 34-yard line, and that was Nichols who picks up the 1st down, a gain of 8.
Good play call, a gutsy call to throw it on 4th down, but it pays off for Madison Central, and at some point you would think the Chargers would probably start calling some timeouts here on this next series.
That'll allow the Jaguars not only to get a new set of downs, but milk the clock a little more. Yeah, great play call, and he was wide open. Just an easy toss and catch that time. In fact, If the throw had been a little bit better, he might have scored.
You're right.
And it's going to be Norris on the keeper. He's going to run to the left, knock him out of bounds here, and they
got him
will.
out of bounds. So it'll stop the clock. You can save a timeout there, but it's still a pretty good run there on first down.
We'll see where they spotted it. About the 29, a gain of 5. Actually, they're going to put it down at the 31, so only a gain of 3.
Clock continued to run, so they kept the clock running. 3:45 to go. And we're running. 19 on the play clock. You'll see Madison Central probably milk it here, or at least try to.
Now 2nd down and 7 at the 31-yard line. Norris takes the snap. Play action. He rolls, throws a little conservative pass out in the flat, and he's tripped up at the 28-yard line. A good open field tackle that time by Houston, as that was number 2, Nichols, who made the catch.
Once again, 3rd down here for the Jaguars.
Gain of a couple. And here's a big play right here coming up. On 3rd down at the 28-yard line. Got to get 4 yards. 3rd and 4 for the Jaguars as they're going to let the clock run down.
We'll go quick. Quickly over to Brandon and Pearl. Pearl breaking a big run down 49-28. Let's go back to Madison Central and Oxford now. Madison Central taking a shot downfield. This one is incomplete. And there's a flag on the play, just much to the dismay of the Oxford sideline. I'm pretty sure that's going to be defensive pass interference. We will hop over to Brandon and Pearl while they figure out that situation. Brandon looks like it's on its way to a Region 3 6A title, up 49-28. 2 minutes and some change to go. Pearl down by 21. They got some work to do. It was defensive pass interference in Madison Central and Oxford. So let's go back to MC and the Chargers as the Jaguars are about to run a play.
Score here is going to make it really tough. If you can hold them to a field goal, well, that won't help either.
Yep.
That would make it a 2-possession game. Here's Norris on the keeper. Norris straight ahead inside the 10 to the 5. He's going to barrel his way into the end zone. Touchdown Jaguars, and they have stretched the lead once again on a 14-yard run by Jake Norris.
Don, I hate to say let a team score here, but that may not be as bad as them running the clock out. You'll get the ball back, 3 timeouts remaining. If you can score in a hurry and try to get an onside kick, you're still in this game, but it's not looking good with 2:39 left.
Quickly to Brandon and Pearl. The Pirates mounting a drive. They got a lot of work left to do and not a lot of time. That PAT in the Madison Central game is good. So Madison Central up 56-43, easily the highest scoring game we've seen all year on Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Liquid Creative. But we'll hang now with Brandon and Pearl as Oxford and Madison Central have taken a timeout. This is where we're going to hang out until the Jaguars and the Chargers come back.
Hancock basically is a team. They've got a junior quarterback, junior running back, junior receiver. Kind of a young team. Got a lot of juniors on this team on offense and defense. It looks like Turner's going to get the score from 5 yards out.
Yeah,
Pearl's
Turner
still
gets
fighting.
the score, 57 seconds to go. That'll give them 34 points on the game, 49-34.
Waiting on an extra point attempt. Junior quarterback Dylan Moran, 7'4" of 146, 1,000 yards passing, 9 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. He's a 50% passer. Junior running back Zach Galung, 1,098 yards, 9 touchdowns, coming into the ball game on this Friday night. Junior receiver Neil Acker, 332 yards and 6 touchdowns. Defensively, they've got a junior linebacker.
All right, 49-35. Brandon and Pearl will hang out we'll come back, I should say, for the onside kick attempt. Here comes Oxford. They got a lot of work to do and not a lot of time to do it. 2:29 to go, down 13 points.
That's your best hope here. With 2:32 to go, you do have timeouts still available. 1st and 10. They're going to spot it at the 32, not the 37. Back to throw, a little quick pass. That was an interference. Yeah. He was all over Gregory, but no call. They grabbed Gregory from behind as he tried to run a bubble screen, and incomplete, no call. It'll be 2nd down.
We'll stop the clock, though, for you. 2:28 remaining.
2nd and 10. And back to throw. Here's a deep ball, sideline. That's caught, and it's Shouts. He's out of bounds. They're going to call Shouts, I think, for a push-off. And if that's the case, that's going to be the same official on that far side that made that pass interference call earlier. They're going to say Shouts pushed off to catch that ball.
All right, onside kick now. Brandon and Pearl, 49-35. A dribbler, hands team. Brandon recovers. That's going to do it there. Brandon is going to win 49-35. If anything crazy happens, we'll let you know, but that one looks like it is over. So Brandon looks like it is going to find itself with a region title after their win tonight, 49-35. Now we're going to hang out with Oxford and Madison Central. This is our last game of the night. Oxford's got a lot of work to do. 2 minutes and 19 seconds ago. It's 2nd and long for the Chargers.
Show will also tell you about our Lafayette County Farm Bureau player of the game. Pressure, Howard going to be sacked again back at the 12-yard line. And Howard sacked for the 4th time tonight, a loss of 5 on the play that time. And now 3rd down and long. With 1:55 to go, Madison up 56-43. Oxford led in this game 15-0, but the Jaguars got the offense rolling. Oxford really hasn't stopped them except for the pick six anytime since then. And here's Howard again, going to be dropped back at the 11-yard line. And it's going to be 4th and forever.
Yeah, 4th and about 31, maybe 32. Got to get out to the 42-yard line for a 1st down. And
we'll give you some final numbers on this one. This may be the final play of the season for the Charger offense. They got to get to the 42. So 4th down, 31 yards. They send the offense out. They'll go for it obviously here. Howard out of the gun. Gregory to his left. Here's the snap. Howard's back to throw under pressure again. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to have to run now as he's crossed the line of scrimmage. Gets to the 20, the 24, and that'll do it. Picked up 13, well short of the 1st down. Madison Central will take over, and the Jaguars are going to head into the playoffs as the 3 seed. As Howard, a gutsy effort that time, but I believe he's down. I think that's Howard who may have taken that hit.
Don, he has taken a lot of hits this year.
Yeah.
He's just good to see him bounce back up, but he's worked hard. And
all right, Madison Central and Oxford looks like it's just about over. We're going to take a break. We'll watch the end of Oxford and Madison Central, and we'll break down the regions as we see them all unfolding tonight and see if we can give you a bracket for the 6A playoffs that start next week right after this. All right, welcome back to Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Liquid Creative. I am your host, TJ Werre. The show for the season is coming to an end as we're waiting on Madison Central and Oxford to come to a close. And we have one more sponsor we want to thank. That'd be The Rogue in Jackson. The Rogue, the official menswear store of Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live. The Rogue in Jackson, your go-to destination for fine men's clothing, located at 4450 I-55 North Frontage Road. The Rogue has a wide variety of college gear for Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Southern Miss, LSU, and Alabama fans. Please stop by The Rogue in Jackson. So it looks like the feed is a little off right now at Madison Central and Oxford. Maybe they cut it off for the night. Not too sure, but right now what we know is in 6A Region 1, it's going to be South Haven as the number 1 seed, South Panola as the number 2, DeSoto Central as the 3, and Center Hill as the 4. In 6A Region 2, it should be Tupelo as the 1, Clinton as the number 2, Madison Central as the 3, and Starkville as the 4. Then in 6A Region 3, right now we're looking at Brandon as the 1, Oak Grove as the 2, Warren Central as the 3. They still have to play tomorrow. And then Northwest Rankin as the 4. Then in 6A Region 4, we are going to have Ocean Springs, Gulfport as the number 2 seed, Biloxi is the 3, and then Hancock as the number 4 seed. So the bracket is going to be available on the MHSAA website. You can go find that there to see what the matchups are going to look like for the first round of the playoffs. But that looks like it's going to bring an end to the inaugural season of Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live presented by Liquid Creative. And I tell you what, I had a blast. So Hayes, I want to say thank you for asking me to do this. Hayes Collins, the brains behind this operation. Andrew and Sterling also helping me out here in the back, and then Paul Fried also for reeling me in. This was an absolute treat to start this from the ground up and see what we could do, and I would like to say it was a success. So I'm kind of bummed that we got to wait until next August to fire this thing up again, but I guess that's what we're going to have to do. Good things come to those who wait, and this was worth waiting for, and year 2 will be worth waiting for as well. So thank you all for watching the show. We really appreciate it. We hope we're back bigger and better next year. So until then, my name is TJ Werre. This is Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live presented by Liquid Creative. Also, huge shout out to the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame and Museum for letting us host the show here. Make sure you come down and visit this historic place. It's a wonderful place full of so much sports history in Mississippi, memorabilia. It's really just a great thing to see. So that's going to wrap it up. We hope you enjoyed it. Have a great night. We'll see you next year.